Dear viewers, today we are going to discuss about social stratification, its concept, types, and its relationship with education. Dear viewers, you are requested to watch the video and note down the main points in your notebook for a comprehensive understanding of the concepts. Further, the video will be followed by MCQs based on the presentation. Let us first understand the concept of social stratification. The term stratification originates from the Latin word stratum, meaning layers or levels. In geology, it refers to the arrangement of soil or rock in layers, and in sociology, it symbolizes the layered nature of social hierarchies within societies. Social stratification refers to the hierarchical arrangement of individuals or groups in a society based on various criteria such as wealth, occupation, power, education, race, ethnicity, or gender. It represents structured inequality where certain individuals or groups have more privileges, opportunities, and resources than others. This system determines social relationships, access to resources, and individual status in society. Stratification is a universal phenomenon, as all societies exhibit some form of structured social inequality. Thus, social stratification is a pervasive aspect of society that deeply influences access to resources, opportunities, and education. Characteristics of social stratification: 1. Inequality. Social stratification inherently involves unequal access to resources and privileges. 2. Hierarchical structure. It is based on rankings, with some individuals or groups occupying higher positions. 3. Universality. Every society, irrespective of its size or development, exhibits some form of stratification. 4. Social mobility. Stratification systems may allow, open, or restrict, closed, movement between layers. 5. Cultural basis. It reflects cultural values and norms that define and justify the hierarchy. 6. Persistence. Social stratification is a long-lasting and relatively stable characteristic of societies. Types of social stratification. 1. Class stratification. Class stratification is based on economic factors such as wealth, income, education, and occupation. It is characteristic of modern capitalist societies. Features: classes are not determined by birth but by individual achievements and economic position. It is an open system, meaning individuals can move between classes, social mobility. Classes are broadly categorized as upper class, middle class, and lower class. Examples: a person born in a lower income family may acquire education and skills, leading to upward mobility into the middle or upper class. 2. Caste stratification. Caste stratification is based on hereditary status, often tied to religious or cultural beliefs. It is rigid and dictates social relationships, marriage, and occupational roles. Features: it is a closed system with little or no mobility between castes. Membership is determined by birth and remains fixed throughout a person's life. Practices such as endogamy, marrying within one's caste, are prevalent. Examples: the caste system in India divides society into hierarchical groups such as Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. 3. Estate system. The estate system was prominent in feudal societies and divided people into three primary groups: the nobility, clergy, and commoners. Features: estates were legally recognized and had specific rights and duties. Mobility between estates was restricted, but it was not as rigid as the caste system. Land ownership and allegiance to a lord played central roles. Examples: in medieval Europe, the estate system formed the backbone of feudalism. Nobles owned the land, clergy managed religious and moral affairs, and commoners worked the land. 4. Status stratification. This form of stratification is based on social honor or prestige rather than economic factors. Features: status is determined by societal perceptions and cultural values. Occupations, lifestyles, and social roles contribute to status. Unlike class stratification, status groups may include individuals across economic classes. Examples: a professor may enjoy high social prestige despite earning less than a corporate executive. Occupational prestige often influences status, example, doctors and lawyers. 5. Racial and ethnic stratification. This type of stratification is based on physical characteristics, race, or cultural heritage, ethnicity. Features: race and ethnicity often determine access to resources, social status, and political power. Prejudice and discrimination play central roles in maintaining such hierarchies. Examples: racial segregation in apartheid-era South Africa. Ethnic tensions and disparities between majority and minority groups in various societies. Social stratification and education. Social stratification and education are deeply intertwined, with education serving both as a mechanism for reinforcing existing social hierarchies and as a tool for enabling social mobility. The relationship between the two is complex and multifaceted, reflecting the ways in which societal structures influence educational opportunities and outcomes, and vice versa. Role of education in social stratification. 1. Reinforcement of stratification, unequal access, socioeconomic status, caste, and gender influence access to quality education. Cultural bias. Curricula often reflect dominant cultural values, marginalizing others. Institutional bias. Practices like tracking and admission policies can perpetuate inequalities. Gender inequality. Barriers like early marriage and societal expectations often limit girls' education. 2. Education as a means of mobility. Skill development. Education equips individuals for upward mobility. Empowerment promotes awareness of rights and social justice. Inclusive policies. Initiatives like scholarships and reservations reduce barriers for marginalized groups. 3. Impact of stratification on education. Positive, inclusive education bridges socioeconomic gaps, fosters understanding, and empowers marginalized communities. Negative, unequal access widens disparities, alienates marginalized students, and limits social mobility. 4. Addressing stratification through education. Equity policies fund public schools in disadvantaged areas and ensure representation in higher education. Inclusive curricula reflect diverse histories, languages, and cultures. Teacher training address biases and promote inclusive teaching. Community engagement work with communities to tackle barriers like child labor and discrimination. Monitoring evaluate the impact of policies on reducing inequalities. Dear viewers, let us solve some important multiple choice questions from the presentation. 1. What is the primary basis of social stratification in a caste system? A. Wealth. B. Occupation. C. Hereditary status. D. Education. Answer: C2. Social stratification can be best defined as the classification of individuals based on age. B. A system by which society ranks categories of people in a hierarchy. C. A method to promote equality in society. D. The division of labor in organizations. Answer: B. 3. Which type of stratification is primarily based on economic factors? A. Class stratification. B. Status stratification. C. Gender stratification. D. Caste stratification. Answer: A4. Which of the following is not a feature of caste stratification? A. Hereditary status. B. Social mobility. C. Religious basis. D. Endogamy. Answer: B. 5. How does education reinforce social stratification? A. By creating a sense of equality among students. B. Through unequal access to quality education. C. By reducing cultural biases in curricula. D. By promoting skills and qualifications. Answer B6. Which factor influences access to quality education in stratified societies? A. Individual preferences. B. Socioeconomic status. C. Curriculum structure. D. Geographical location. Answer B. 7. What is one major impact of stratification on education? A. Universal access to higher education. B. Widening disparities between groups. C. Reduction of gender discrimination. D. Elimination of cultural biases. Answer B8. What is the role of inclusive curricula in reducing stratification? A. They promote the values of a dominant culture. B. They reflect diverse histories and experiences. C. They limit access to higher education. D. They segregate students by socioeconomic status. Answer B. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education.